Hello, welcome back to Coach Cameron's podcast. It is May 8th, 2019 on this beautiful Wednesday morning. It's like 78 degrees right now, and I'm loving life here. And I'm drinking a gallon of water. So a gallon of water is the way to go. I made a rule for me. I have to drink a whole gallon of water before I'm allowed to drink energy drinks, which will take me it'll take me 5-6 hours to put this through. And then I can drink my energy drink. I'm doing this because it's probably a good way to save my life because I'm drinking way too many energy drinks. So that's what I'm doing. But I got a question on Facebook about how do you develop teams when you lose half of them during that middle school, high school transition, and you have half that are stuck in middle school and half that you lose to high school. And, you know, it depends on what your situation is as far as what kind of amenities you have and what kind of community you have. In my community, I use, we have nice facilities, but I bring college kids to play with my kids. I think players develop under good players, and you need to find high-level players that have already played college or played pro or whatever. You know, find players that are willing to give up their time to play with the young ones, to show them different tactics, different techniques that they learned over their experience. I think that's very important to play with better players. And the second thing I do is I set up rules to allow development. And when we play small-sided soccer, I make it very clear that if you pass the ball to the other team or kick it out of bounds or take a shot and miss, you have a burpee. I add a punishment, add any punishment you want. But I also add a rule of if you lose the ball dribbling, trying to find a pass or a shot, it's okay. You don't get a punishment. And then I start from that kind of foundation, and then they add other rules based on their development. But I think it's very important that the kids hold on to the ball long as possible until they have a pass. And as they develop, you know, I'll make rules where anytime you lose the ball, dribbling, passing, shooting, you're going to have a punishment. It can be anything you want. I like the burpee, quickly get it done, realize your mistake, and get back to work. And that's a good way for them to constantly be thinking. I don't like playing small-side soccer where it's okay that they make mistakes over and over again, or there's no thought to it. We're just playing. You know, there has to be thought, there has to be consequences. I think that's important. But the most important thing is they have to train at home. They have to put the time at home. They have to develop technique with the ball. If they don't do that, if they don't put in the time, if they don't put more time than their competition, they'll never catch up. They'll never be able to compete like they want to compete. And they just have to put in the time. And if somehow they can put in the time, whether it's watching the game and manipulating the ball, they're going to eventually learn to love the game, which is the number one hope for developing kids, is to love the game for a lifetime. But they're gonna hopefully do more of that and gain disciplines that'll help them in later life or other things they decide to do. And it gets them away from Fortnite. Fortnite's bad. Keep them away from Fortnite. So those are my thoughts on how to develop them and really trying to be a manager. You know, that's why in the EPL they call them managers. You're managing talent. You got to manage talent. And it's really about convincing them to become better players. And it's going to be done at home. And obviously when they come into your environment, your practice, you got to set rules that are going to help them be successful, that they can identify when mistakes are being made. Those are my thoughts today. Drink lots of water and have a great day. Goodbye.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.